There are moments in life when food becomes more than food, when every bite feels like a question. Will this help me heal, or will it hurt me? I remember a woman sitting at her kitchen table, her hands trembling slightly as she tried to peel an orange. The smell filled the room, and for the first time since her surgery, she felt something close to peace. She told me later, it wasn't just an orange, it was hope. That's the truth about recovery after breast cancer. Healing isn't only about scars closing or hair growing back. It's about learning to trust your body again. It's about realizing that what you put on your plate after breast cancer treatment is not just food. It's part of your recovery, your strength, your new beginning. And that's what we'll talk about today. The 3 foods that truly help your body recover after breast cancer. Foods that bring strength, calm inflammation, and rebuild your energy after chemo and surgery. Not miracle foods, not impossible diets, but real, simple, powerful ingredients that help your body heal from the inside out. Before we name them, I want you to breathe with me for a moment. Because if you're here, maybe you've been through a lot. Surgeries, chemo, radiation, nights awake with pain or fear, mornings where you looked in the mirror and didn't recognize yourself. Maybe you're still in the middle of treatment, wondering what you can safely eat during chemo. Or maybe you're past it, but feel like your body hasn't quite caught up with your heart. Wherever you are, I want you to know this. Recovery is not a race. It's a rhythm, and food can help you find it again. When I started working with women in breast cancer recovery, I noticed something beautiful and heartbreaking at the same time. Almost everyone said, I just want to do it right. They were afraid of eating the wrong thing, of causing harm without realizing. One woman whispered to me, I don't even know what's safe anymore. That fear is real, because when your body has been through war, even simple things, like eating, can feel complicated. But what if healing could start in your kitchen, with small choices that bring comfort and strength? Not rules, not guilt, just kindness. That's what these 3 foods represent. Small daily anchors that rebuild your body's natural ability to heal. Before we get into them, I want to share something most doctors don't have time to explain. After breast cancer treatment, your body's needs change. The medicine that saved you also took a lot from you. Energy, muscle, and sometimes confidence. Your immune system works differently, your digestion slows down, and your appetite can fade. That's why it's not about eating less or cutting everything out. It's about eating smart, feeding your body what it actually needs to recover and rebuild. Let's start with the first thing your body silently asks for after surgery or chemo: protein. I know, it doesn't sound glamorous, but protein is what builds your strength again. It's the material your cells use to repair muscles, skin, hair, even your immune defenses. When you eat enough protein-rich foods during cancer recovery, you're literally giving your body the bricks it needs to rebuild the house. The problem is, many women unknowingly eat too little. During treatment, food can taste strange, meat can smell strong, and nausea makes you avoid certain dishes. But here's the quiet truth. Without enough protein, healing slows down. The scar takes longer to close, hair regrows weaker, and you wake up tired no matter how much you rest. One patient told me she couldn't bear to eat chicken for months, so she started small. A spoon of soft beans, a scrambled egg, a cup of yogurt. Little by little, she felt her strength returning. She said it was like watching her body wake up again. That's what protein does. It doesn't shout. It restores you quietly. So, if you're listening to this and wondering where to start, don't worry about perfection. Start small. Add a bit of protein to every meal. Maybe a boiled egg in the morning, a little fish at lunch, or some lentils at dinner. You don't need to eat a lot at once. Think of it like planting seeds. Every spoonful counts. And I'd love to know, did you struggle with appetite during your treatment? Write in the comments. I feel that too. It may seem small, but when you share that, you remind another woman that she's not alone. Sometimes, your words are the strength someone else needs to get through their day. Now, let's talk about color. Not just in your clothes, but on your plate. Fruits and vegetables are your body's gentle healers. They calm inflammation, help your cells recover, and protect your heart and skin. But beyond the science, they bring life back to your table. If you've searched online for best anti-inflammatory foods after cancer, this is where it begins. Color, freshness, and variety. After radiation, one woman told me her skin felt dry and tender, and she started eating papaya with oatmeal and yogurt every morning. A few weeks later, she said her skin was softer, and her energy came back little by little. That's not coincidence. The color in papaya, that deep orange, is full of compounds that repair tissues and support the immune system. Try to think of your meals as a small rainbow. The red from strawberries or tomatoes helps your body produce new cells. The green from spinach or broccoli helps your liver cleanse what your body doesn't need anymore. The orange from carrots and pumpkin supports healing and boosts your natural defenses. You don't need exotic ingredients, just color, freshness, and consistency. And here's something few people say. When you eat colorful food, your mood changes too. After cancer, many women describe their days as gray. Gray hospital rooms, gray skies, gray mornings filled with fatigue. A colorful plate isn't just healthy. It's a reminder that life is still bright, still full, still worth savoring. But let's be honest, eating healthy can feel heavy when you're tired or sad. Sometimes you just don't want to cook. That's okay. Healing isn't about perfection. It's about balance. If one day all you can manage is a bowl of soup, that's still care. Be gentle with yourself. Here's something else. Many don't realize your digestion might be more sensitive now. Treatments can affect your gut, and that's where much of your immune system lives. That's why your second healing ally is fermented foods. Things like yogurt, kefir, or a small spoon of sauerkraut. These foods feed the good bacteria in your gut, which helps your body absorb nutrients better and reduces inflammation naturally. A patient once told me she started adding a few spoonfuls of natural yogurt to her meals every day. It was a tiny change, but she noticed something unexpected. Her bloating eased and her mood improved. That's not coincidence either. When your gut feels better, your mind follows. Your body and your emotions are always talking to each other. If this explanation makes sense to you, give this video a like. It helps more women find it. Women searching for how to eat after breast cancer surgery, or foods that help after chemotherapy. Now, one thing I always remind women, there is no single anti-cancer food. What helps is the combination, the rhythm of nourishment, protein to rebuild, color to restore, fermented foods to balance. Each plays a part in bringing your body back to harmony. And remember, this is only the beginning. In the next part, we'll talk about the first powerful food that truly supports your recovery. A simple ingredient that helps repair tissue, reduces inflammation, and even supports emotional balance. You probably already have it in your kitchen, but most people use it the wrong way. Before you go, let me leave you with this thought. Your body hasn't betrayed you. It's been protecting you in the only way it knows. Every cell that's healing inside you right now is listening to how you treat yourself, with food, with words, with rest. So be patient. You're not going backward, you're rebuilding. If this message brought you comfort, subscribe to this channel. Here, you'll never be alone in your recovery. Every week, we share gentle, clear, and real conversations about breast cancer recovery. What to eat, how to regain energy, how to sleep better, and how to trust your body again. Click subscribe and join our circle of women who heal together. One small step, one meal, one breath at a time. As you end your day, remember this. Your recovery doesn't depend on perfection. It depends on care. So eat slowly, breathe deeply, and trust the quiet work your body is already doing. Healing is happening, even now, in ways you can't yet see. The first food that truly helps your body recover after breast cancer is one that most people overlook because it seems too ordinary. It is not expensive, not exotic, and yet it carries one of the strongest healing powers nature can offer. I am talking about fish rich in omega-3, like salmon, sardines, and trout. These are among the best foods for breast cancer recovery and natural anti-inflammatory healing. What makes them special is not just the protein, but the type of fat they contain. After surgery, chemotherapy, or radiation, your body goes through silent inflammation, a kind that doesn't cause fever or visible swelling, but quietly slows healing and makes fatigue worse. Omega-3 fats act like gentle fire extinguishers for this process, calming the tissues, supporting your immune system, and even lifting your mood. There was a woman I met once who said she couldn't understand why she still felt so tired 6 months after finishing treatment. She ate well, rested, but the fatigue never left. Her blood tests looked fine, yet she described waking up as if she had already run a marathon. When she started adding small portions of fatty fish twice a week, something began to change. Within weeks, she noticed her energy slowly returning. She wasn't cured overnight, but she said, "I finally feel like my body isn't fighting itself anymore." That's the quiet magic of omega-3s, one of the most essential nutrients to help regain energy after breast cancer. Inside your body, something beautiful happens. These healthy fats are used by your cells to build stronger membranes, protective walls that keep every cell stable. They help your heart pump efficiently, reduce swelling around scars, and improve how your brain handles stress. That's why women who eat more omega-3 rich foods during or after breast cancer treatment often report clearer thinking and calmer emotions. It's not only about physical healing, it's also about mental balance and peace. If you don't enjoy fish or can't tolerate the smell during chemo, there are other options that work beautifully. Ground flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts provide a plant-based version of omega-3 that still helps your body recover naturally. You can add a spoonful of ground flaxseed to oatmeal, sprinkle chia on yogurt, or snack on a handful of walnuts between meals. These small choices may seem simple, but they help restore energy and calm inflammation every day. One woman told me she avoided salmon because she thought eating fat was bad for cancer recovery. That's a common misunderstanding. Your body actually needs healthy fats to rebuild itself after treatment. Your brain is made mostly of fat, your hormones depend on it, and your cells use it as raw material for healing. Omega-3 fats are very different from processed or fried fats that trigger inflammation. They do the opposite. They soothe, protect, and rebuild. If you've noticed dry skin, brittle nails, or slow hair growth after chemotherapy, your body might be asking for more of these healthy fats. Sometimes the signs are quiet: stiffness, slower wound healing, or even emotional exhaustion. Food like salmon or sardines can help you feel stronger from the inside out. These are not supplements that act fast and fade. These are whole, nourishing foods that your body understands. You can include omega-3s easily in your weekly meals. A baked salmon fillet with lemon and olive oil, a tuna and vegetable salad, or even a smoothie with chia and oats. These combinations are excellent for breast cancer recovery because they bring together protein, fiber, and anti-inflammatory nutrients. I once met a woman who said that cooking fish again after her mastectomy was an emotional step. The smell reminded her of her pre-treatment days, of normal family dinners. She said, "When I cook salmon, it feels like I'm bringing life back into my home." That's the emotional power of food, when healing moves from medicine to memory. If you are listening and thinking it's too late to start eating better, it's not. Even years after treatment, your cells continue to renew. The best time to nourish them is always now. When you feed your body right, it responds gently, faithfully, without rush. Many women believe omega-3s only matter for heart health, but research and experience show they are also crucial for cancer recovery. They lower inflammation, support immunity, and can even help with hot flashes and hormonal changes caused by medication. They stabilize your energy and can reduce fatigue. When you eat foods rich in omega-3s, you're helping your body balance hormones and manage stress more smoothly. Many survivors notice their sleep improves and their anxiety decreases once they add these foods regularly. I remember another woman who said she feared food because of all the conflicting advice she found online about what to eat after breast cancer. She said, "I stopped eating what I liked because I was scared it would make the cancer come back." But when she started focusing on balance instead of fear, everything changed. She said, "Now I eat with purpose, not panic." That's what this is about. Not strict diets, but trust. Here's something practical you can try. Pick one meal this week and make it your healing meal. Maybe grilled salmon with turmeric rice and vegetables, or a salad with chickpeas, greens, and a spoon of flaxseed. Sit down, eat slowly, breathe between bites. Tell yourself, "This meal is helping me heal." That quiet moment of awareness turns food into medicine. People often ask if canned fish is safe during breast cancer recovery. The answer is yes, as long as you choose options in water or olive oil instead of heavy sauces. Sardines are especially powerful. They're small, low in mercury, and full of calcium, protein, and omega-3. A simple dish of sardines with lemon and whole grain bread is a complete healing meal. If you worry about toxins or mercury, stick to smaller fish like sardines, anchovies, or trout. They carry less risk and provide just as many benefits. You don't need large portions. A few servings per week can already improve your recovery. Always combine these choices with your doctor's guidance if you're taking medications. But remember, balance, not fear, is the key. I once met a woman named Laura who told me she cried the first time she cooked fish again, not from sadness but from gratitude. She said it made her feel alive again. "That smell," she said, "it reminded me that I'm still here." That's the kind of transformation that food can bring, turning survival into a celebration of life. If you've ever had that same feeling of rediscovering yourself through food, write in the comments, "I'm healing through care." That simple phrase helps other women feel safe to start their journey too. Omega-3 fats also help reduce the stiffness or swelling that many women feel after surgery or radiation. They work quietly, reducing inflammation and helping tissues stay flexible. Combined with gentle exercise and hydration, they improve comfort and mobility over time. Even on days when you're tired, it's easy to nourish yourself with these foods. A small can of tuna with whole grain crackers, a spoon of chia in your oatmeal, or a handful of walnuts before bed, they all count. Healing doesn't require perfection, only consistency. When you start feeding your body these nutrients regularly, subtle changes appear. Your skin softens, your energy stabilizes, your mood brightens. These are signs that your body is rebuilding its inner balance. Healing often whispers, through comfort, through calm, through the quiet return of strength. The way you eat becomes a form of communication with your body. Each bite says, "I'm helping you now," and your body answers in its own language. Better energy, fewer aches, calmer thoughts. That's the conversation of recovery. Healing with food after breast cancer is not about strict rules. It's about learning to listen, noticing what helps, what soothes, what restores. Omega-3s are the first step in that process because they work from deep inside, where your body first needs reassurance. In the next part, we'll discover the second healing food that supports your recovery, one that balances your digestion, stabilizes energy, and gently brings calm to your system. It's a comfort food you already know, but will never see the same way again once you understand its true power. The second food that quietly transforms recovery after breast cancer is one that most people already have at home but rarely use with intention. It's soft, comforting, and humble. Yet it carries within it a power that goes far beyond nutrition. I'm talking about oats, that simple grain that seems too ordinary to matter. But in reality, it's one of the most healing allies your body can receive during and after treatment. Oats are among the best foods for breast cancer recovery because they are rich in fiber, gentle on digestion, and naturally support the immune system. Oats are easy to digest, rich in soluble fiber, and filled with a natural compound called beta-glucan. This fiber helps regulate your immune system, lowers inflammation, and balances your energy throughout the day. It's not a miracle cure, but it's one of the most effective natural anti-inflammatory foods you can eat during cancer recovery. After treatment, when digestion often feels unpredictable, some days too fast, some days too slow, oats bring balance back to your body. They help your gut heal, which in turn strengthens your immune defenses and restores energy after chemo or radiation. I remember a woman who had finished radiation and said she couldn't stand the idea of eating heavy foods anymore. Her stomach felt delicate and restless. She started having warm oatmeal in the mornings with banana and cinnamon, and she told me something that still moves me. It feels like I'm feeding my soul, not just my stomach. That's what true healing looks like. Simple, nurturing, peaceful. Many people underestimate how deeply the digestive system is connected to recovery after breast cancer. Most of your immune cells live in your gut. When it's irritated, your whole body struggles. When it's calm, your body can focus on repairing. Oats, especially when cooked slowly in water or milk, act like a soft blanket for your digestive tract. They soothe, protect, and nourish from the inside out. Beta-glucan, the main fiber in oats, also helps control blood sugar and cholesterol, which is important because chemotherapy and hormone therapy can change how your body processes sugar and fat. Stable blood sugar means fewer energy crashes and less mood fluctuation, giving you steady strength during recovery. I once met a woman named Rosa who told me she had stopped eating breakfast after her diagnosis because of nausea. Her nurse suggested a few spoonfuls of warm oatmeal instead of skipping breakfast. Rosa said that on the first day, she could only manage half a bowl. The second day, a bit more. By the end of the week, she was finishing it with a smile. "It feels like my body remembers how to receive care again," she said. That's the emotional power of food, teaching the body how to accept kindness again. If your stomach feels sensitive after chemotherapy or surgery, start your day with a small bowl of oats. Add something you love, a few berries, a drizzle of honey, or some chopped apple. Oats help you recover from the inside, improving digestion, soothing the gut, and supporting your immune health naturally. What most people don't know is that oats can also help improve mood. They contain small amounts of tryptophan, which helps your body produce serotonin, the hormone of calm and happiness. That's why after eating them, many women say they feel peaceful and steady. It's as if your body is receiving not just food, but reassurance. During cancer recovery, when sleep can be disrupted and anxiety feels constant, oats become one of your best allies. Their slow-release carbohydrates stabilize blood sugar overnight and prevent the restlessness that comes from hunger or low glucose. A small bowl of oatmeal before bed, maybe with warm milk and a bit of cinnamon, can help you sleep more deeply and wake up with calm energy. If this message feels like something you needed, write in the comments, "I'm ready for calm." Your words will remind another woman that peace can start with something as simple as breakfast. When preparing oats, try to avoid the instant flavored versions, which are often full of sugar and additives that block the benefits. Choose plain oats, rolled or steel cut, and cook them slowly. You can mix in cinnamon or ground flaxseed for extra anti-inflammatory power. This simple meal becomes a natural healing recipe for cancer recovery. Protein, fiber, and healthy fat in perfect balance. Some women fear eating carbohydrates after cancer because they've read conflicting advice online. But oats are complex carbs. They release energy slowly and help regulate hormones. The key is combination. Oats with a bit of protein or fat, like yogurt, or seeds, give you long-lasting energy without spikes in blood sugar. I remember a woman named Lucia who didn't feel hungry for days after surgery. Her daughter prepared a bowl of oatmeal with apple and cinnamon and fed her small spoonfuls while they talked. Lucia said that moment made her feel human again. Food can rebuild not just the body, but dignity, comfort, and love. Oats are flexible. You can make them sweet or savory, warm or cold, depending on your mood. On days when you feel weak, try oatmeal soup with vegetables, gentle, soothing, and full of nutrients. On better days, overnight oats with fruit can feel refreshing and energizing. Listen to your body. It will tell you what it needs. If your digestion feels heavy or bloated, oats can help reset your system. Start small, a few spoonfuls a day, and drink enough water to help the fiber work. Over time, you'll notice your stomach feels calmer and your energy steadier. There's something symbolic about stirring oats in the morning, the steam rising, the texture thickening, the slow movement. It mirrors the rhythm of recovery. It's not fast, but it's consistent. Every morning you cook those oats, you remind yourself that healing takes patience and presence. When I think of women recovering from breast cancer, I picture those quiet moments, a warm kitchen, a soft spoonful, a body learning to trust again. Healing rarely happens in hospitals. It happens in these small acts of care that rebuild connection to your body. Oats also protect your heart, and not just emotionally. The soluble fiber in oats helps reduce bad cholesterol, which is important because some cancer treatments can affect heart function. Each bowl you eat supports circulation, stamina, and long-term resilience. Here's a small practical tip. Prepare your oats the night before. Mix half a cup of oats with milk or plant milk. Add fruit or seeds. Cover and refrigerate. In the morning, your breakfast will be ready, soft, cool, and nourishing. It's an easy, gentle start for days when you wake up tired. If you often forget to eat because you're caring for others, make this your 5 minutes of care. Healing after breast cancer requires energy, and energy comes from nourishment, not self-neglect. Every time you prepare your oats, whisper to yourself, "This is for me." One of the most touching comments I ever received from a survivor said, "I thought healing would come from big changes, but it came from the small ones I repeated every day." That's the quiet truth. Recovery grows from consistency, not perfection. Oats are safe for most people during treatment, unless your doctor advises otherwise. They can soothe nausea and constipation naturally, two of the most common side effects of chemo or pain medication. Cooked in water with a pinch of salt, they're gentle and grounding. If this information helps you, consider giving this video a like so more women searching for what to eat after breast cancer treatment or foods that help during chemo can find it. Sometimes the simplest truths make the biggest difference. As you continue adding these healing foods, protein and omega-3s for strength, oats for balance and calm, your body begins to change. Energy becomes steadier, digestion easier, and mood lighter. Healing is made of these quiet victories that happen day after day. One day you'll realize that the foods that once felt like part of treatment have become part of your normal life, your new, wiser, gentler life. In the next part, we'll explore the third healing food that supports breast cancer recovery, a golden ingredient that soothes inflammation, strengthens the immune system, and helps your body and emotions feel balanced again. The third food that deeply supports recovery after breast cancer has been used for centuries as natural medicine, but today it often sits quietly in kitchen drawers, almost forgotten. It's not expensive or rare, but this small golden spice carries one of the strongest natural anti-inflammatory powers known to science. I'm talking about turmeric, the golden root that gives curry its color and warmth, and one of the best foods to eat after breast cancer treatment for healing and balance. Turmeric helps calm hidden inflammation in the body, supports your liver, and restores your cells after chemotherapy and surgery. When you finish treatment, your body works hard to process all the medicines, stress hormones, and physical wear that it has endured. The liver is at the center of this process, a quiet guardian that filters everything. Turmeric gives that organ gentle support, helping it clear toxins and reduce inflammation naturally. There was a woman who once told me that after finishing chemo, her body felt heavy, even though she had lost weight. She said, "It's not a heaviness I can see, it's something I feel inside." She began drinking warm turmeric tea every night, just a small piece of root simmered with milk and a pinch of black pepper. A week later, she said, "It feels like my body is exhaling." That is what turmeric does. It helps the body let go of what it no longer needs. The secret behind turmeric is curcumin, its active compound. Curcumin reduces inflammation, supports tissue healing, and acts as an antioxidant to protect cells from stress. After surgery, radiation, or hormonal therapy, your body is full of microscopic fires. Turmeric is the gentle rain that helps put them out. You don't need much, just small amounts added daily to your food or tea, but that steady rhythm creates real change. A woman I worked with had tightness around her surgery scar that made her arm feel stiff. Her doctor told her it was part of recovery, but she wanted to do more. She started adding turmeric to her soups and vegetables daily. After several weeks, she said she felt looser, lighter, like her body was breathing again. The scar hadn't disappeared, but it felt softer. Healing doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's a small sigh of relief. If you decide to use turmeric, remember this. Curcumin is best absorbed when mixed with black pepper and a little healthy fat, like olive oil or coconut milk. You can sprinkle it on vegetables, mix it into rice, or prepare golden milk. Warm milk with turmeric, cinnamon, and pepper. It's soothing for the body and calming for the mind, especially in the evening. I remember another woman who struggled with insomnia and anxiety after her treatment ended. She said her mind kept replaying everything she had been through. I suggested she try golden milk as part of a nightly ritual, not as a cure, but as a way to create stillness. Weeks later, she said it had become her favorite part of the day. It's not just the drink, she said. It's the peace that comes with it. Healing starts when you make space for calm. Turmeric also helps your digestion, something that many people overlook. Chemo, antibiotics, and stress can disrupt your gut, which affects everything from energy to mood. A small amount of turmeric in your meals helps your digestive system find rhythm again. It gently stimulates bile flow, improving nutrient absorption and reducing bloating. If you've tried turmeric before and didn't notice a difference, don't give up. Its benefits build slowly, like sunrise. You might not see change right away, but one day you'll notice your skin looks brighter, your joints feel looser, or your mind feels clearer. That's how turmeric works, quietly and faithfully. If this makes sense to you, write in the comments, "I'll start small," because that's all it takes. A small daily choice. A pinch of turmeric, a mindful breath, a quiet intention. Healing grows from these small steps. Beyond the body, turmeric influences your emotions. Chronic inflammation doesn't just cause pain, it can affect mood. That's why many women feel anxious or sad even after their treatments end. When you calm inflammation, your mood often stabilizes too. Food and emotion are connected. One woman told me she used to feel restless all the time, like she couldn't sit still even when she was tired. After adding turmeric to her meals for a few weeks, she noticed she felt more grounded. "I feel like my nerves are softer," she said. Food can do that. Bring quiet where they're used to. Be chaos. Some women prefer turmeric capsules, but I always remind them to talk with their doctor first. High doses can interfere with blood thinners or other medications. When used as a spice in food or tea, though, turmeric is gentle and safe. Nature designed it to be used in everyday meals. That's how it works best. A simple way to include it daily is to add a pinch of turmeric and pepper to your vegetables or soups just before serving. The warmth helps release its active compounds. You can also mix it with lentils or grains. It doesn't require strict timing or measuring, just consistency. I remember a woman who said she started adding turmeric to her meals not only for health, but because she loved its golden color. "It makes my kitchen feel like sunlight," she said. After months of gray hospital walls, a color like that brings life back. That's the emotional healing that food brings. Not just nutrients, but meaning. Turmeric also strengthens your immune system, helping it stay balanced. Not overactive, not too tired. That's especially important after breast cancer treatment when your body is learning to find equilibrium again. It teaches your system to respond wisely, protecting you without exhaustion. For women experiencing joint pain or stiffness from hormonal therapy, turmeric can be a comforting ally. Its anti-inflammatory action soothes the body naturally. Combined with gentle movement and hydration, it can make mornings easier. It also helps balance metabolism, which can shift during or after treatment. Some women gain weight due to medication, others lose appetite. Turmeric supports liver function, helping the body manage hormones and detoxification more efficiently. One patient told me she had tried so many diets after treatment that she felt lost. When she stopped chasing numbers and started focusing on foods that felt good, like vegetables with turmeric, soups, and oats, she said her body responded naturally. I stopped fighting myself, she said. Now my body works with me, not against me. If your skin looks brighter, your digestion smoother, or your sleep calmer after a few weeks of turmeric, that's your body thanking you. These are quiet signs of balance returning. If you find the taste too strong, you can blend turmeric with cinnamon or ginger. Ginger adds warmth and supports circulation. Cinnamon adds sweetness and balances blood sugar. Together, they create harmony in flavor and function. I once knew a woman who ended every day by lighting a candle, preparing her golden milk, and sitting by the window. She said it was her time to thank her body for surviving and promise it patience for what was still healing. Healing isn't getting my old body back, she said. It's learning to love the one I have now. That is the real lesson of recovery. Turmeric may seem small, but small choices repeated every day rebuild your body quietly. A pinch of color, a warm sip, a mindful moment. That's all it takes to remind your body it's safe to heal. If this message comforts you, leave a like so it reaches other women searching for natural foods for breast cancer recovery or anti-inflammatory foods after chemo. These small gestures can guide someone toward peace today. The 3 foods, protein and omega-3s for strength, oats for balance and calm, and turmeric for inflammation and renewal, together create a circle of healing. They rebuild, stabilize, and warm you from within. In the next part, we'll bring all of this together: how to combine these foods in your daily routine, how to make them part of your healing rhythm, and how to live with more confidence and energy after breast cancer. When these 3 foods come together, omega-3 rich proteins, gentle oats, and golden turmeric, your body begins to find its rhythm again. Each one has its own strength, but together they create a quiet harmony that supports healing after breast cancer treatment. These are not trendy diets or miracle ingredients. They are real, natural foods that your body understands. They speak the same language as your cells. Omega-3s rebuild and protect your tissues. Oats bring calm and stability to your digestion and energy, and turmeric helps your liver and immune system restore balance. When combined, they reduce inflammation, strengthen recovery, and rebuild the trust between you and your body. I remember a woman who said that during treatment, food stopped being pleasure and became fear. She was scared of eating the wrong thing. But over time, she learned that healing after breast cancer isn't about restriction. It's about reconnection. She started her mornings with oats, ate salmon twice a week, and ended her day with warm turmeric milk. For the first time, she said, I feel safe in my own kitchen. That's what recovery looks like: quiet, personal, and full of meaning. Many survivors ask, how to create daily meals that actually help? The best answer is to keep it simple. Morning, something that soothes your digestion and prepares your body for energy. Oatmeal with chia, fruit, or yogurt. Lunch, a colorful plate with protein, fish, eggs, or lentils, a rainbow of vegetables, and a touch of turmeric in your cooking. Dinner, lighter meals that bring calm, like soup with vegetables, oats, or a cup of golden milk before bed. That pattern alone, nourish, sustain, rest, teaches your body balance again. A woman named Anna once told me that she began her healing with one simple decision: to eat sitting down. She said, before cancer, I always rushed. After chemo, I realized my body needed calm more than speed. She made it a rule: no phone, no rush, just her and her meal. Within weeks, she noticed her digestion improved, her energy was steadier, and her anxiety lessened. That's because your body digests peace better than stress. You can think of each meal as an act of communication with your body. Omega-3s tell it, you're rebuilding. Oats say, you are safe. Turmeric whispers, you can let go now. These are not just nutrients, they are messages. If you sometimes feel lost about what to eat during recovery, try creating a healing rhythm instead of a strict diet. Start your morning with warmth and fiber, fill your afternoon with protein and color, and close your evening with calm and comfort. Those 3 moments are enough to reshape how your body feels and functions. There was another woman, Clara, who had trouble trusting her appetite again. She said she didn't feel hunger or taste like before, so she began a simple ritual, lighting a small candle at dinner. "When I light it," she said, "I tell myself this meal is part of my healing." She said it changed everything. She started tasting her food again, sleeping better, and feeling emotionally stronger. Healing is not only physical, it's emotional memory, rebuilt through care. When you eat foods that help your body recover after chemo or surgery, you're doing something deeper than feeding yourself. You're rebuilding faith in your body's ability to live. Each of these foods also supports the others. Omega-3s work with turmeric to calm inflammation and protect your heart. Oats stabilize your blood sugar, which helps your energy stay consistent. Turmeric supports the liver, which processes the healthy fats from fish. It's a perfect circle of renewal. If you've ever felt guilty for not eating perfectly, please let that go. Healing doesn't need perfection. It needs kindness. Even one nourishing meal a day makes a difference. Some days you'll have energy to cook, other days you won't. Both are okay. The point is not control, it's care. I've seen women heal more deeply from small, steady changes than from drastic diets. A spoon of chia, a bowl of oats, a piece of salmon, a cup of golden milk. These are your quiet victories. They teach your body consistency, and consistency becomes confidence. If you've been searching for foods that help after breast cancer treatment and you feel overwhelmed by complicated advice, come back to these three: protein and omega-3s, oats and turmeric. Together, they touch every part of your recovery: energy, immunity, hormones, and mood. Sometimes recovery feels lonely. You wake up with scars that remind you of everything you've been through. You try to smile, but you still feel fragile inside. That's normal. Healing is not only about the body, it's also about learning to trust life again. These small foods help with that. Cooking them, eating them, smelling them, it reconnects you to life's small joys. If you're listening and you've felt that quiet fear, wondering if your body will ever feel strong again, write in the comments, "I'm rebuilding," because that's what you are doing every single day. You're rebuilding strength, peace, and trust. And your words might remind another woman that she can too. When you create small routines around these foods, you create stability. Breakfast becomes a beginning, lunch becomes strength, dinner becomes gratitude. And that's the rhythm of healing: beginnings, strength, gratitude, repeated until they become who you are. A survivor once told me that after months of eating like this, she woke up one morning and realized she felt normal again. "I didn't think about cancer for the first time," she said. That's the moment healing becomes living. Your body has an incredible ability to renew itself. Every meal you eat, every calm moment you create, every kind thought you allow, they all become part of that renewal. These three foods are not just about nutrients. They're reminders that your body still knows how to heal. When you sit down to eat, whether it's oats in the morning, salmon at lunch, or golden milk at night, take one breath and say, silently, "Thank you, body." Gratitude nourishes as much as food does. The women I've seen recover best are the ones who stop fighting their bodies and start listening to them. They don't punish themselves with impossible diets or guilt. They choose care. They build routines that bring comfort and peace. That's what these foods help you do. Not just heal your body, but make peace with it. If you feel tired or uncertain, remind yourself, healing doesn't happen in a single day, but it happens every day. Every calm breath, every spoonful of food, every kind thought, all of it is healing work. In the rhythm of your recovery, let these foods be your quiet companions. Omega-3s rebuild you, oats center you, turmeric restores you. Together, they remind your body and your heart that you are safe, strong, and still full of life.